So my story is that I transitioned from male to female. I hosted quite a big show in the UK on Capital for 11 and a half years and then left because I needed to become my true self. So, and I was just chatting with Martin Liss about it on stage, and it was really good actually, and the audience were amazing.
So you talked a lot about being your true self,
Yeah.
and you said how you feel now as opposed to how you felt then. So just tell us, how do you feel now that you are your true self?
I've always described it as my world all of a sudden became in colour, because before I felt like, do you know when you've had a drink and you wake up the next day and you feel slightly disjointed from reality and you feel like you're not connected to the world? Well, I felt like that as a child, as a teenager, into my 20s and into my 30s. And as soon as I said the words, when I did an interview in the UK on 5 Live with Stephen Nolan, and they dedicated a whole hour to my story, and that's when I came out, that's when I said the words. So a lot of people didn't know at all. I mean, I told some really important people in my life, but a lot of my listeners, they had no idea. Although I used to talk about facials and stuff like that on the air, but as soon as I'd said the words, that my world now feels like it's in colour, I felt connected to real life, and I just didn't for a long time.
So you've said that radio's played a huge part in your life, and how is that now? How is it being on the radio now compared to how it was being on the radio before?
I think before I was always comfortable in a radio studio because that was my domain, that's where I felt at home. Whereas now, and it has been a journey with my voice because I obviously had to retrain my voice to make it sound less male, and that has been a journey in itself. So, you know, retraining your voice is not easy. Hormones don't change it. You have to, and I've got a cold today, so I do apologise. I made it with cold, I've got a sore throat. But when I finally found my place and I was on the air, and a lady called up and I answered the phone and she said to me, "Are you the lady on the radio?" And she changed my life, because I used to question it all the time. Do I sound like a male? I hate my voice and all those kind of things. But she changed my life, and she said, "Are you the lady on the radio?" I had a 3 or 4 minute conversation with her, and she was none the wiser. And that really, she stopped me from worrying. I don't even know her name. I wish I knew her name. But I feel at peace in a radio studio now, more so than I ever did.